Hi YouTube. Today I want to talk to you about tool care, especially those of you that carry a knife, cutting tool, anything with a high carbon steel. Um, Obviously, you need to look after them, and after getting wet, obviously they will need wiping down, drying off. What I do is I use one of these. It's basically a camellia oil applicator from Japan. The Japanese name is Abura Subo, spelled Abura-Tsubo. And what it is, it's basically like a big felt tip marker. That's my old one that I use for my machine, sorry. This is the one for my hand tools, and it's just a big felt marker. Well, it's like a big felt marker, but it's just a load of cloth stitched together. And obviously what you do is you open that up. In there is just like a load of cotton type stuff, cotton wool type. You fill that with your oil, not right to the top because it will spill everywhere. I did that myself. And obviously inside you've got all the felt, that side, which is what it looks like when it's brand new, but obviously when it wears, that's what happens. That just drops on. It has got a little rubber ring around it to kind of keep the oil in, and there you go. And obviously what you do with your knife once you've cleaned it and dried it is you just wipe that on. Don't know if you can see this really, over the top, right into there, all the way over your knife, and it stops it dripping. It stops you spraying it on, because it obviously comes in a bottle like this. There we go. And the Japanese say they used to use it for centuries to protect the finest samurai swords. What it is, it's a vegetable oil, camellia oil, with a few other blended oils, light oils, which gives it a low viscosity. So it's quite thin, as you can see in there. But instead of, like I say, just spraying that everywhere and then obviously using it up, what you do is you put it into this, and it just dispenses the right amount straight onto your tools. I've got this one for my machine shop, for all my cast iron tables, which is fantastic. That wipes over that. And that one I take out with me, keep in my tool bag. Being a carpenter and joiner, it's fantastic on my chisels, which constantly get wet out on site, and obviously planes, that sort of thing. Any metal work really that will rust. It's food safe, so you can use this on your knife. It doesn't stain as well. I know you can see the marks. There's a few marks of oil on there, but it won't actually stain it, because like I say, with your knife you can wipe that all the way around, especially with a full tang. You can see that you can wipe that all the way around, and it just puts a nice thin coating on, which stops any rust whatsoever. Yeah, and like I say, there's oil on the wood there, but it doesn't stain it. It dries colourless. It's totally food safe, so you can chop up whatever with this, and still eat from it, or eat the food that you've cut. You haven't got to worry about it being an oil like gun oil or something like that, that's obviously going to make the food taste disgusting. It's odourless, tasteless, colourless. Fantastic stuff really. So again, that does it for all your knives, and again, chisels, hand tools, anything that made of metal where you're going to come into contact with, or take it outdoors I should say, is obviously going to be prone to rusting if they're not cleaned up properly. And that I find is brilliant to drop in your EDC bag, pouch, pocket, whatever. Obviously if that is relatively big, it's about 3.5 inches there by 1 3/4 inches wide, something like that. It's about 85mm by 45mm, something like that. Obviously what you can do is what I do. That one I keep in my tool bag, but for my EDC kit what I will do is a cotton ball soaked in the oil. You can wipe that over your knives, you know, if you're out for 2, 3, 4 days or more, and obviously then just into a little Ziploc bag, and that will then, you can roll that down tight, nice and tight, seal that up, and then obviously that will go slip into your knife pouch or just into your EDC. But like I say, you can get your hands absolutely covered with this stuff, and it won't do you any harm because it's just like a vegetable oil. Yeah, fantastic. So that's my take on it, because I have tools that go rusty or work outside all the time, and they often go rusty, and that's the way I combat that. So I advise you to get one of these. If you want to know where to get one, you can buy these from Axminster Power Tools, or Axminster Tools down in Devon, in Axminster of all places, and they sell these for about 11-12 quid for that. And then a bottle of this for 250ml, 240ml, I think it's about 15-16 quid. But I bought that 5 years ago, and obviously being a chippy carpenter, I use that all the time. But this dispenses the right amount, which stops you using too much of this. So yeah, check it out. I think it's a fantastic piece of kit. Like I say, it does you know, it is small, it is compact, but if you want to take it with you, I would advise you just to drop it into a little Ziploc bag that can go in your kit if you are going to take one of those, and then you can not worry about any spillages. Like I say, not that it's going to make anything taste bad or whatever, but you just don't want the oil everywhere, or losing the oil I should say. Yeah, so that's my take on it. That's my advice. I'm sure you won't be disappointed with that. Yeah, there we go. Thanks for watching. I will be doing a lot more videos on tool sharpening, that sort of stuff, especially with water stones, which again on a high carbon steel blade, you need to clean them up pretty good, and then I always use this afterwards. But I'll be doing videos on that, obviously tool reviews, more bushcraft stuff than tools, I hope. Yeah, so please subscribe. Thanks for watching. I'll see you soon. Cheers.